You're about to clean out a garage or a basement or maybe finish a remodel, and you're deciding, should I get a dumpster or should I hire somebody to haul it away? Well, I own a junk removal company, so you already know which way I'm tilted, but I'm going to give you an honest version anyhow, including the times where you should probably rent a dumpster and not call me. Hi, my name is Chris. My wife Shauna and I founded Ohio Junk Force in 2010. And the real answer to which one is cheaper, a dumpster or junk removal, is that it depends. Sometimes the dumpster, sometimes us. It really comes down to two things. How much of the heavy work do you want to do for yourself, and how long is your project going to run? Let me show you how to tell which one you are and which one you should do. Here's the first thing that nobody tells you about a dumpster. You pay for the whole dumpster whether you fill it up all the way or not. You're renting a container. If you fill it up only 2/3, you're still paying for the whole thing. That empty space at the top, that's just money that you don't get back. Nobody gives you a discount for not filling up the whole dumpster. We work the opposite way. We charge for the amount of space your stuff actually takes up in our truck. So a quarter truck, you pay for a quarter truck. A half a truck, you pay for a half a truck. You never pay for empty space. And on a lot of jobs, like a garage, a basement, a few rooms of furniture, that one difference alone is enough to make junk removal the cheaper option before we even talk about labor. Speaking of labor, this is the cost that never shows up on the dumpster quote. They never say the dumpster is $600 to rent and you're gonna have to put about $2,000 of your own labor to fill it. No, a dumpster is just a container. Everything else is you. You carry it out, you haul it up from the basement, you drag the couch across the house, you break it down so it all fits, you do it all, it's your time. And that's fine if you can, but be honest with yourself. Can you move a refrigerator or a sleeper sofa without hurting yourself? Do you actually have people free that can help you for a whole day? Not in theory, but actually help you for a whole day? Is everything sitting by the garage, or is it the bottom of the basement stairs or in an attic? Because a thrown out back costs a lot more than just a little bit you're trying to save by doing it yourself. With us, you don't lift anything. The crew does the carrying, the loading, the hauling. Your time is worth something, and so is your body. And both of those belong in the comparison, even though they never show up on the quote. Before you decide to do anything, get a real number and compare. Our online price estimator gives you an estimate in about a minute. Here's the part people forget until it's happening to them. When we do a job, it's fast. We show up, we load it, we're gone, usually inside an hour, nothing left behind. The dumpster, it's the opposite. It gets dropped off before you need it. It sits in your driveway. It's there for a couple days. You load it up. Maybe you're not done. It sits in your driveway even longer. Then the company doesn't pick it up immediately. And the whole time it's there, it's in the way. It blocks your garage. It's an eyesore. There's also the driveway itself. That much weight sitting on your blacktop, especially in Ohio with the freeze and the thaw, it can leave marks in your blacktop that you might not want. And depending on where you live, you may need a permit. You may need a permit to put it on the street, or your HOA may not even allow it at all. We'll come back to that in a second. So let me do the thing that most junk removal companies will not do and tell you when to rent a dumpster instead of calling me. Rent a dumpster if you're doing a long project, a remodel that throws off some stuff every single day for weeks and you want the job site to stay tidy. Rent a dumpster if you are able and strong enough to pick up the stuff and carry it and you have time on your hand. And maybe rent it if you just genuinely like to do that kind of work yourself and you do want to save money. If that's the case, get a dumpster. If not, call us instead when you want it gone in one visit this week, not spread across a month. When you would rather pay only for the space that you actually fill. When the heavy stuff is buried in a basement or it's stuck up in an attic or it's way back at the end of your yard, call us. And when the job is just too big for you to get done in any reasonable time, like maybe an estate or a whole house clean out, call us. And no matter what kind of job that you might hire us to do, our jobs are all backed by our amazing service guarantee. We promise we'll be friendly, professional, and dependable, or it's free. Not a partial refund, not a credit, not a coupon. If our crew is not all three of these things, you do not pay. A guarantee like this actually costs something. It's not a slogan. This one costs us the whole job, which is exactly why we're very careful on who we send to your house. A few quick questions we get all the time. Will a dumpster really hurt my driveway? The real answer is possibly. It could hurt blacktop when it's dropped off, or on a hot day it could sink into it. It could leave rust marks possibly on your concrete. It could crack the concrete. You just never know. Will our trucks hurt your driveway? Never. My house is older and everything is in the basement. Does that change things? It changes things a lot, actually. If you have an older house with the old narrow staircases and all your stuff's in the basement, this is where our crew is great. You don't have to do any of that labor. We are definitely, in my opinion, the best choice in that case. I'm in an HOA. Can I even put a dumpster in the driveway? I honestly don't know that answer. You will have to ask your HOA. Some HOAs are absolutely not. Some of them, yes, but a very limited amount of time that you're allowed to have them there for. A junk removal visit is fast. We're in and out in under an hour. It usually bypasses the whole HOA question altogether. With a dumpster, do I really pay for the space I do not fill? Yes, absolutely. When you rent a 10-yard dumpster, you're paying for 10 yards, whether you put 5 yards in it, 6 yards, 7 yards, or just 1 yard. With us, it's totally different. If you only put 5 yards of stuff into our truck, you only pay for 5 yards. So how do I actually compare the two, junk removal versus a dumpster? Well, here's what I would do. I would go to www.ohiojunkforce.com and I would do our online price estimator, get an idea of what it would cost to have a junk removal company come. Second, I would then call several dumpster companies around your neighborhood and ask how much does it cost to get a dumpster put into your driveway. And then I would consider how much time and effort is it going to cost me to be able to put all this stuff into a dumpster if I were to do it myself. Then you decide. Are we cheaper than a dumpster? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. That's up for you to decide at that point. I think you'll find in many cases we are much cheaper than a dumpster. What is true almost every time is that we're faster, easier, and a lot kinder on your back. For most people, that convenience is worth more than the price difference. And when the dumpster really is a better deal for you and we're talking with you, we'd be happy to tell you the dumpster's a better deal for you. So run your own numbers at the link. It takes about a minute and you make the decision yourself. Thank you. Have a great day.